Hello, it's Kathy from Kathy's Stampin' World. Thanks for joining me. Today we are going to be working with the jar of flowers and the mason jar punch to create this card. More importantly, we're going to learn how to make milk glass out of the mason jar shakers. So let's get started. First of all, the jar of flowers and the mason jar do come in a bundle. You want to do it this way because it's a 10% discount. I don't know about you, but I am absolutely loving this set. Remember that if it is shaded like this, you can flip the stamp over and use the back of the stamp to be a fill-in. So that's how we get our water out of these. It's a great little stamp. It gives us all kinds of seasons with our flowers. But today I want to show you how I did this. So we're going to get started. We have our petal pink card base. This measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I folded it in the middle at 4 1/4. Then we have a gray granite that is just 1/4 of an inch smaller. I'm going to use my new Stampin' Seal here. Loving this. It is very, very sticky, so I do not feel like I have to use a whole line of the seal. All right, we're good to go. And then what I did is I took the white, Whisper White, and I embossed it with the Brick and Mortar 3D embossing folder. Absolutely love this folder. And this one is 3 3/4 by 5. And then I went into my favorite DSP, whoops, and that would be the In Good Taste paper. Let me show you this. There are 12 designs, 12, count them, and they are absolutely beautiful. Look at these. They just provide so much texture to whatever it is that you are working with. I am so crazy about these. I guess maybe I should have turned the sound off on my computer, huh? All right. Okay, so they're beautiful. So what I did is I took a 2-inch piece and I just angled it. And we're going to put that right there in the bottom. So we'll do that now. Okay. Now I'm going to want to set my jar right there in the corner. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this wonderful punch. I'm going to put it up and punch right where I want that. Okay, I'm going to remove that. Now I've got my card ready to go. So let's get to making these wonderful milk glass jars. This couldn't be any simpler. Here's how they come. This is adhesive that's going to attach it firmly to your card. Normally you're going to fill this with something and make it look really cute and shake it all up. But I'm going to use acrylic paint. This is just a $1 bottle of acrylic paint. I'm going to put it in my jar, and then I'm just going to take a cheap old paintbrush and I am going to spread that throughout my jar. Now I am doing it pretty thick. I can get rid of extra at the end if I really want to. And if it goes up on that paper at the top, it's no big deal because I'm going to peel that off. So I have found that you don't want to be chintzy with your paint. If you are, you're going to see your brush lines. Also, I tried using a sponge brush. Not a good idea. All right. So what I would do then is I would set this aside and it's going to dry. It doesn't take a long time. All right, we'll set that aside. And of course I have one that is ready to go. Okay, and okay, I'm going to turn that sound off just now. Ta-da! All right, and this is what we have. All right, you can see where it was painted on the inside. That's all that's to it. So now let's go ahead and complete our card. Now I want to tie a ribbon on this, and I did learn the hard way that you want to do this before you put it in your card. So I am using the crinkled white seam binding, and you're going to want to use your glue dots, or as I still lovingly call them, my little booger bites, because they don't want to come off your fingers, right? Like little boogers. Okay, that's terrible. Admit it, you call them that, right? I'm not the only one. All right, you really shouldn't touch them, but in this case, you know. I'm also going to go ahead and take the ribbon that I am going to tie and tie that off. Okay. So I'm going to trim it. That didn't make any sense. Tie that off. So we're going to come in here and just place it across. Do you see what I mean? So it's ready to go, and this is the ribbon I'm going to tie off. So it's ready to tie. All right, then we'll just cut this off. So now it's ready to place through my card. Okay, that is not a booger bite. That is seal that's still there. All right, look at there. That's how we do that. And then we're going to flip it over. And I am just going to put a little bit of seal right there so that my jar just kind of sticks to it and I have it straight. All right. We are ready to push this in, just like so. And then we're going to place that right on our card. Make sure my ribbon is pulled out. And I'm going to go ahead and tie it. And I always follow the rule that the right side goes over the left, then the left side goes over the right, and that makes a pretty bow. And then of course you know the rules, we gotta work with it. Okay. I didn't need quite that much ribbon, but better safe than sorry. And we're going to just trim that off. And that's how you get that jar looking the way it is. I'm going to attach a little tag. And I did steal this cute little thinking of you from another stamp set called Framed for You. Love this. And I used the lovely Labels punch to get my end. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and use the glue dots. Now this is the way you're supposed to use them. Oh, I stamped this the wrong way. Oh. Okay, and then we're going to just place that right on the top with my glue dots, not touching them so they don't stick to my fingers. And I'm going to put a little dimensional right on the bottom, put it right on here. Okay. Now I have, oh, I don't like that. Let's move it. All right, now I have my ribbon, my jar. I just need to put something beautiful in it. So I used my Stampin' blends and I created this cute little thing. If you haven't played with Stampin' blends, you're missing the boat. So we're just going to put some of our little dimensionals. All right. Pop that up. And there you have it. A milk glass mason jar. Hope you enjoy this technique. I can think of a lot of fun colors to try out. Have a great day and visit me over at Kathy's Stampin' World on Facebook or on my blog at stamp1.wordpress.com or in my website if you'd like to order any of these great products at kathyalt.stampinup.net.